We're here in Loch Fyne at one of the 10 salmon companies that there are within this bigger loch. There's one further up the loch and there are another 8 further down the loch. And they're all sited 3 to 4 miles apart based upon the likelihood of disease risk and also about where the wastes from each of the salmon farms can be dispersed and can be processed by the environment. The siting of these farms is regulated by the government on the basis of this science, and then the farms have to operate within their licensing limits. So they have a certain amount of production for each site and they have a certain role to play within the overall management of the entire loch. The key focus for a salmon farm is around being efficient, being well managed, managing feed correctly because that's a big cost for farms, and of course managing disease. So these individual farms are very well managed, but they also have to deal with the fact that they have shared disease risks amongst farms. So they have an area management agreement where they communicate with each other to work out when farms will be stocked, when they will be treated for disease if there is a disease outbreak, so that they're recognising that they have a shared responsibility and shared risks.
From day one we would stock every site within round about an 8 to 10 week period. So for autumn smolt we'd be stocking September, October. We have a full production cycle right through. After around about 12 months we'll start cropping off our first harvest, and then after 18 months the whole area sites will be fallow. There'll be a full deep clean process and then preparation for restocking again. So Loch Fyne, for example, we have just over 11,000 tonne of consent, which produces around about 18,000 tonne of salmon within the 2-year production, and that is treated all as one farm basically, although there's 10 individual units within that. Key for success in farming is communication, and it's communication within each company itself, but also with other stakeholders, so other companies that are working within an area, and also working with fishermen, wild fisheries, making sure that everybody communicates, everybody knows what each other company is doing. And the preferred option would be for everybody to share the same practice, so to stock at the same time, to treat at the same time and to fallow at the same time. Sometimes that doesn't work due to the geographic nature of the area, and then it's basically working together to get the best possible fit and the best practice for each area. It's due to probably the number of problems that people ended up sitting down around a table and discussing and coming up with the area management agreements to come up with agreed practices, best operation procedures. The key is probably lice control in that situation, where not only is it costly, but if one farm's treating 1 week and the next neighbouring farm treats 2 weeks later, then it's an endless cycle of problems. The way it works and the success to this was to get everybody together and agree on a certain treatment profile. So treatment in week 10, week 18, and everybody working together, so basically eradicated the problem. And once this was identified that these systems work, then everybody started to adapt that way of working. If a company was treating with a certain chemical and another company was treating with a different chemical, then the problem is that the industry felt they could be building in resistance. So everybody would treat with the same chemical at the same time, and the success in that got widespread within the industry, and the majority of farmers now work within area management agreements. With business, there was sensitivity within each company, but the benefits of what we saw when we started to adopt this weigh the negatives of any commercial sensitivity. It's known worldwide that Scotland adapting this area management style of farming is key to success and control. If you can control the health and your parasites, sea lice, it's a huge step in the right direction, and other people seeing this should be able to adapt this type of farming.
The industry here in Scotland is always striving to improve the quality of the product, the reputation of the industry. And that constant desire for improvement is helping to demonstrate that the industry is a responsible producer of good quality food.